What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tuck. Um, Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna dig into something real today, man. We're gonna talk about honor, benefits, pride, all that kind of stuff um, that comes with military service. You know, what are the hidden costs of military life? You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't know much about this, man. It's a lot that goes into it. It's a whole lot that goes into it, man. The first thing I want to talk about is the emotional and mental cost of being in it, man. Military life looks strong on the outside. Emotionally, it can take like such a toll, man. It can take such a toll. With the constant deployments, high stress environment, um, the need to if you need help to stay tough, to want to just be tough. You just want to be tough, man. You don't want to show any weaknesses. That kind of stuff can lead to depression. It can lead to anxiety, um, PTSD, things such as that, man. And like I said before, um, a lot of service members, they're gonna suffer in silence, man. They're gonna suffer in silence. They don't want to tell you about it, man. They gotta focus. They're focused on their job, man. The job always comes first. The mission comes first. It's always like that, man. So mental health is a stigma in um a lot of units, man, and a lot of people don't like to talk about it. That's just a real deal. Second thing I want to talk about is family sacrifices. Man, the family's got to sacrifice a lot, man. Um, think about it. You're gonna move every few years. Um, your spouse, if she's career driven, can't stay at a place and set roots and continue doing her job. She has to move with you. You know what I mean? She has to do that. You know, um, you're gonna be on deployments. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna miss birthdays. You're gonna miss um, anniversaries. You're gonna miss all that kind of stuff, man. And family's very important, but common thing, like I had said before, the mission comes first. Mission always comes first in the military. When you sign that dotted line, man, the mission comes first. Family's important. Mission comes first, man. All right, I want to speak on that. Now, the financial reality of it, man. There's a lot of people think, oh man, you're balling. You're in the military, man. You got all kind of money, bro. Right? Look, when you first get in there, man, you're not making that much money. And um, it's not too bad. If you're a young guy or a young girl, and you're just taking care of yourself. But if you're young, E1 to E4, you got a family to take care of, man. It can get tough, man, because those lower ranks don't pay that good. You know, there's a lot of out of pocket costs too that you're gonna have to deal with, man. Now, to be fair, you do get basic housing allowance to where you get a stipend to for where you can um, pay, that help pay for, where you live, your rent, or on base quarters or whatever. You get help with that. But a lot of these guys, man, they're gonna need some extra assistance, man. You would not believe, bro. Wouldn't believe how many military members are on food stamps. Oh yes, military members that are on food stamps, man. Um, you wouldn't even think about that. I didn't. During my 20 years, I've seen it, bro. A lot of them. A lot of them on food stamps, man. I want to touch on the spouse's career again, man. The spouse's career and your identity. You know, the spouse often sacrifice. They're going to sacrifice their own goals, man, for the military member. You know, and it's something else, man. It's something else. Many will deal with unemployment, underemployment, having to recertify, especially they're a teacher or just whatever kind of job they have, man, they take an identity hit. That spouse is going to take, usually takes an identity hit, man. And it hurts. It's rough. Um, you wouldn't think a lot of military members, the divorce rate is sky high, man. It's very high. Um, by the end of my career, going on my like 18th, 19th year, people will look at me and like, oh man, you still married? It was a it was almost taboo. And this is in the Navy, man, especially in the Navy, because we on them ships, we're back and forth, back and forth. And it's crazy. It's crazy. It was more, unfortunately, it's more normal to be divorced than be married, man. Like it is, or guys are on their second or third marriage. I mean, that takes a toll, man. Because what's my common denominator? The mission always comes first, bro. Mission always comes first. Um, Leaving the military, you can't stay in the military. Um, you can't be in it forever. There will, no matter how long you're in, 20 years, 30 years, 4 years, whatever. There's gonna be a time when you're gonna have to leave. You know, and they say leaving the military is almost like stepping off a cliff, man. You are so used to that structured life, doing the same stuff every day. You know what you got going on, um, you know, all that kind of stuff, and that's what you're used to. So now you're trying to figure out how to transition your skills that you learned in the military to the civilian sector. And, although there's a lot of jobs that transition pretty nicely to the civilian world, there's a lot of them where it's like, oh, no, you got to learn how to do something else. That's real. Um, Also, a lot of veterans say they lose their sense of purpose, man. And I can totally, absolutely understand this one. I've been out 2 years myself, and um, I always, let's just say, for instance, man, with me, I like to do DoorDash. It's a fun thing to me, man. Being retired, I enjoy doing it. I don't rely on that money or nothing, but I like to do it. And when I'm talking to somebody, I always refer to I'm retired Navy, my identity. I catch myself doing that. I need to. I would like to stop doing that so much. You know what I mean? Almost like, no, this isn't all I am. I do this too. I'm in school too. But you're trying to. A lot of us are trying to chase that identity, man. A lot of veterans do that. You know, and also the VA. A lot of veterans don't take advantage of the VA. You know what I mean? It's hard to get into that VA system sometimes for veterans, man. You got to do your home. They got to do. We got to do our homework to make sure we transition properly, man. You know, and the social toll, bro. The social toll. Um, Man, it's tough to make friends. It's tough to make real friendships. You're gonna have a lot of acquaintances, man. Everywhere you go, you're gonna have a whole bunch of acquaintances, man. But real, true, in the roots friendships, those don't exist like that. You get a few. My first couple years in the Navy, one of my supervisors told me, "Tuck, your time in the military, man, whether you do 4 years or you do 20 years, you're gonna be able to count your real friends on your fingers." And I didn't think much of it when he told me that as a 23-year-old sailor. But now looking back at that, man, I'm still, I still, this guy's still a mentor to me now. He was so correct, man. Like, um, it's hard to make real friendships, man. You know, and I'll be honest, a lot of the civilians don't quite understand that because most of them are in one place, so they kind of developed a community of people that you've been around 10, 15 years in your working life. So where we're moving every 2, 3, 4 years. We got to start over. We get used to it, but we have to start over, man. You know. Um, and one more thing to thank you for your service. A lot of people say that it's cool. It's really cool. It's a job to us. It's more than that though. We sign a dotted line and everything. Um, but I mean, they don't. I'll be honest, man. A lot of these civilians don't really know the cost the cost of that service, man. It's a lot more that goes into it, other than just marching hut 2, 3, 4, you know. And look, I love. I would not change my time in the military at all. I wouldn't change it, man. Not for the world. It may help shape me into who I am today. Isn't it? Like I said, what I'm saying is not to bash military life because I take pride in what I did. A lot of other veterans do too. But it's cool to kind of tell the whole story, get it out there, let some other people know what other things that it entails, man. It's not just what you see on the surface. Um, so if you got a service member, that's a brother, a brother, or a sister, or you know, your son or uncle, whatever it is, grandson. Uh, yeah, know that they might be going through something, man. There's a lot that goes into that. So, drop a comment if you experience this, or if you understand what I'm talking about. Um, hit the like button, subscribe if you like what I'm saying. I appreciate y'all coming out to check me out. Uh, I'll catch y'all next time. You guys have a good rest of your day.